finally graduated. 4.5 years for me. Sorry, Ray, 6.5, whatever. All right, first off, let's thank our parents. I'd like to thank my parents personally. Just because we're in the EC College, I guess my parents, I don't know about everyone else's, but they think that since we work with circuits, that we can fix computers 24/7. So my hats are off to my parents. Thank you for supporting me through my 4.5 years. To my friends, first, Ivan, my friend, my co-worker. I worked with him senior year of high school. I take pretty much every class with him. So he's like a second brother in that sense. I'd like to thank my friend Billy that came down from Phoenix today. Also Zach, friend Zach, for teaching me how to weightlift. He has massive arms, by the way. My friend James, who taught me how to not be an engineer and go out and have fun. I'd like to thank Ray actually as well. Ray, it's kind of, I don't know, I coined this phrase a couple of hours ago when I was writing this, but Ray was like a walking Kmart. By that I mean Ray had everything you could possibly want in his backpack. He had like hand sanitizer, hand lotion, pencils, everything, markers, you name it. Ray had it all. Thank you, Ray. Let's transition over now to professors. Dr. Rosenblatt, who I've never had, but I've registered for 5 or 6 classes, either were canceled or just switched professors. Thank you. Dr. Strickland, who I had in EC220 when I began here, he, during a demo one day, I don't know if he's here. Dr. Strickland? No? I'm going to tell the story anyway. During a demo one day, he was trying to blow a capacitor, I don't really know why. And he reached down and touched the circuit and shocked himself with 20 volts. And so he said, bloody hell, 20 volts. And it's always in the back of my head every time I see Dr. Strickland. I shocked myself. Dr. Sundaration, who I had for EC320, which was, we learned about cool stuff like three-phase power. And he always had 2 examples that he loved to use, were the rotating ceiling fan and the cement grinding mill. And those go hand in hand. So you have the rotating ceiling fan and the cement grinding mill. I love that. I always remember that. Dr. Higgins in the back. Dr. Higgins was a very special teacher. He taught EC51 for me. And he taught class pretty interesting. It was kind of one of those classes where we were like, wow, what are we doing? What are we learning? And he'd help out by throwing in like 10-letter words when he was talking. So we'd be like, what is that word that he just said? I don't know. But he's very, he knows his English language very well. And it helped us to learn as well. Let's see, Dr. Tharp. Dr. Tharp is the man. I've had him for, I think, the most out of any other professor. First of all, I'm sorry for not coming to 441 at all last semester. Yes, I was just auditing. And he kept class interesting all the time. He danced every now and then. Tripped for, I don't know how, he tripped on a perfectly flat floor. And he just made class fun. So thank you, Dr. Dr. Grubbs, I don't know if he's here, but thank you. He was basically, I like to think of him as a substitute for the entire ECE department. He filled in for classes that no one else was teaching, so he's an all-around good professor. I'd also like to thank the TAs that I had. 3 in particular are George Zantes, Shakar, and Karthik. Karthik taught me how to Google very well. And when Google wasn't enough, I went to George, and George helped me with that. Finally, I would like to thank the 3 girls of our graduating class. They made me want to shave in the morning.